Crazy Hungarian Joe here. It's Friday night. It's collector's night, where I show some of my exciting collections of things that mean nothing to no one, maybe. Hopefully some of you guys will like some of this stuff. It's just a collage of some stuff I've gathered throughout my voyages. It's got some autographs, got some movie memorabilia. Hope everybody's having a nice Friday night. It's a little chilly up here in the great white north. That's Canada, but like I said before, North Dakota, we're right on the border. I'm like an hour and a half away from Canada. I don't know if you've ever been to Canada, but it's exciting. There's a lot of, and this sounds so typical, there's a lot of back bacon, which is delicious. I didn't really care for their they like their pepperoni up there. I'm more of an Italian sausage kind of guy. So when I was living out in the Pacific Northwest, I went up to visit my sister and her husband in Seattle. And while up there, we came across a Bigfoot museum. And you know how much I love the Squatch. And I picked up this is so cool. I picked up this map of Bigfoot sightings. Squatchy. This isn't going to do it justice. It's huge. It's huge. But the thing about it is this is how I got it. There's like a bunch of creases and cuts in it. There's even like a burn bloop in it. But basically what this is showing is Sasquatch findings in the Pacific Northwest, United States, and Southwest Canada. You have size comparison to man and Squatch. But yeah, so you got Washington, you got Oregon, you got Northern California here. You got Bluff Creek, a special little spot for Bluff Creek. We all know about that, the Gimli Patterson film. Idaho. This is, excuse me. This is British Columbia, folks. This is the Pacific Ocean. This here is the border between the United States and Canada. This here, this is Washington. This is Oregon, Northern California, Idaho, and my neighboring state of Montana. It's kind of cool. Kind of interesting. Sorry about glare. Sorry that this, but it's just kind of neat. It's kind of squatchy. When I lived out there in Oregon, I lived in up here by Florence. It was in Newport, Oregon. There's Tillamook up here. Wonderful cheese. I love cheese. You got Tillamook, of course, you got Vancouver, you got Portland, Eugene, Salem, Willamette River. But I lived right about here, where there was a few areas that I did go to in my Squatchy journey of discovery. Yeah, that's kind of cool. But I got that. It was really cool. And I'm sorry, I can't remember where in Seattle it was at. But yeah, I had a big Bigfoot like right on the bottom. You had to go down these stairs, and there was Squatchy. He was sitting there, and went in there, and they had just a whole bunch of like mystery things, UFOs and stuff that happened in the Pacific Northwest. And I got that, and I just thought it was kind of cool. Movie memorabilia. I got these maybe on a set, maybe something that I was in. Can't really confess to it because that would be called thievery. Did you see the movie Ultraviolet with Mila Jovovich? Well, a couple of scenes where they're in the hospital, and there's these cool little packets that they had there. All over the place. These little, neat little packets. I don't know if this is the Ultraviolet. I don't know. But these are from the movie set of Ultraviolet. Kind of cool. I don't know what's in them. I haven't opened them. I will not open them. Movie props. Screen used. Ultraviolet. Watch it. Punisher movie. Thomas Jane. John Travolta. Roy Scheider was in that too. A lot of scenes with money in it. Fake money. Hollywood money. No, I haven't tried to put these in give me a Diet Coke or anything like that. This right here, folks, is Hollywood money. You can tell. I do have them in these little things here. But if you can see, they're very, it even smells like money. There's a $20 bill. I don't know who that guy is. This note is not legal. It is to be used in motion pictures. So when you're watching a movie and there's like a briefcase full of cash, that is on there. See it? Not legal. Motion pictures. So I got a $20 bill out of that one. We got a $10 bill. Looks like the same gentleman that was in the $20 bill. And we got the big bucks here, folks. We got about 300 bucks. Look at that. $100. It says movie money. It says what they use in motion pictures. In film. Who does that look like? Movie money. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. Nice crisp $20 bill. That was 100. Martin Scorsese made a movie a few years ago called Gangs of New York. With Bill the Butcher. There was a scene in it with Leonardo DiCaprio character when he was smaller, and it was during Christmas. And there is a story, it was written. This is screen used also. As you can tell, it's kind of got some creases. But here it is. If you watch Gangs of New York, it's during the Christmas. And it's on a desk. I know. You're like, why are you holding it? Why are you touching it? This is history, folks. But yeah, Gangs of New York. Great movie. Great movie. A very violent movie. Daniel Day-Lewis, Bill the Butcher. Based on a real character. Real human being. There it is. This was used in the camera was in front of this. On top of it, Martin Scorsese was standing just a few feet away. Movie Along Came Polly. Jennifer Aniston, Ben Stiller, Philip Seymour Hoffman, one of the funniest things he ever did. Dude, we have to go. Why? I sharted. What? I tried to poop and a fart came out. Tried to fart and a little bit of poop came out. This, God, what's his name? Brian James. No. The actor there. He recently passed away, maybe about 10 years ago. But he played this adventurer in the movie, and Ben Stiller was represented him for something, insurance or something like that. I don't remember. And the one scene, Ben Stiller sitting there, and this was the magazine he was holding, and he was reading while he was waiting to have a little chat. But what's funny is it's called Global Traveler. This is how fake Hollywood is, folks. It's Global Traveler. But, as you can tell, it's just a picture that was taken. And actually, the book There's a book on yachting. You want to know what a blucher is? It's a casual shoe for yachting. Yeah, but yeah, it's basically Gloucester, Mass. Route of Bangira. Yeah, that was kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Screen used in the movie. Along Came Polly. Let's do some autographs. Of course, there's Karen Allen. Wonderful, wonderful human being. Karen Allen. We got, this is a really good, if you're into horror movies, Serena Vincent. She was at a Comic-Con here in MagicCon. And she was in this movie. Basically, she's stuck in some, what do they call those? Forest outpost. And there's a scary monster there. It waits. Pretty good movie. Serena Vincent. She also was in Not Another Teen Movie. She was the one that was naked the whole time. Yeah, met her. Really nice lady. Very intelligent. She's got cookbooks. She writes books. She's very, very talented person. I don't get starstruck. I just won't let it happen to me. I'm like, no, I will not. Grew up watching you, but I will not be starstruck. The only time I've ever been starstruck in my life was at this MagicCon about 10 years ago. Tucker, my son, and I went to it, and we met Margot Kidder, and she signed that for me. To Joe, Margot Kidder. And then we weren't really into the autograph thing, so I went back. I'm like, Margot Kidder, are you kidding? This Lois Lane. Black Christmas. Sisters. She signed that for me, too. When she signed the Amityville Horror, it just said to Joe, Margot Kidder. But then when we went back to get a couple more autographs from her, it was to Joe, love Margot Kidder. A sweetheart. She is one of the sweetest ladies I have ever met in my life. And I was just starstruck by her because I grew up watching her. How many times I saw Superman, the Superman movies. And I asked her questions about like the filming of it and working with some of the actors. And she just loved Christopher Reeve to death. She said Gene Hackman was kind of a quiet guy, but really, really interesting person to talk to. I asked her about the helicopter scene from the top of the Daily Bugle. Daily Bugle, Daily Planet. My gosh, it's Friday night. Just got off work, tired, can't think. She said that they were only about 3 feet off the ground, typical Hollywood magic. But starstruck, we literally talked to her for 10 minutes about stuff. What it was like back in Hollywood, and she loved my son Tucker to death. She's like, oh, has he seen Superman? Have you let him watch Superman? Because it can be kind of scary. And she's just a sweet lady. Very sweet, sweet, sweet. Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca. Another autograph. The reason these are some of the frames I'm gonna put them in a different collection, so I just kind of have them out. But Peter Mayhew, wonderful person, awesome. Hello, Kenny Baker. R2-D2 right there. Funny person, funny guy. Warwick Davis. Gub. That was another thrill. Cool. I mean, like I said, these are just autographs I've collected over the years. I'm a big ghost guy. I was actually an extra on an episode of Ghost Adventures with Zach Bagans. But Nick Groff, he no longer is with them, but Got his autograph. Look at that. He's investigating some ghosts. One of my thrill of mine. Thrill. Joe, you're no use to me dead. Jeremy Bullock. To Joe. Boba Fett. Pretty cool. It's pretty rad. Boba. All-time favorite horror villain. You know where I'm going with this. You know where I'm going. To Joe, no, I am your father. You notice he said, you know, no, I am your father. It wasn't, no, Luke, I am your father. There was no Luke. I love this picture too. David Prowse. Darth Vader. Oh, look at that. Iconic. Another icon. A lot of people don't like him. It's kind of silly political. But in the volumes of actors and stories, and he's on the top 5 list of all. My favorite movie that he was in. Favorite movie. Best movie. I can watch this movie over and over again. The Mission, Mr. Robert De Niro. That was the thrill. Bobby. De Niro. If you haven't seen The Mission, watch it. Liam Neeson, Jeremy Irons, Aidan Quinn. Redemption, baby. That's what it's all about. Tom Kane did a lot of voiceover work, cartoons. It was the Clone Wars. To Joe, strong in the Force you are. Tom Kane. I believe he hasn't been doing, I don't know if he passed away or not. I don't know. Yep, Tom Kane. Him and his clonies. Yoda. This was really super cool. One of my iconic horror villains. To Joe, no tears, please. It takes away good suffering. Mr. Doug Bradley. Pinhead. Look at that. Oh, this movies are disgusting. They're so gross. All-time favorite autograph right here. St. Louis, Missouri, Union Station. Before really anything happened with The Sopranos. Mr. James Gandolfini. Jimmy. One of my favorite actors of all time. If you haven't seen The Sopranos, it can get pretty rough. But that guy and the guy that you watch on TV are just two opposites. It's so crazy. You know, you talk to him for 5 minutes and you're just a regular dude, you know. But by far one of the greatest characters ever written for the small screen. Tony Soprano. So many great moments. It's a tough show to watch, though. You get to a point where, why are you rooting for this guy? He's one of the first. He's a sympathetic character. One of the first. And you know, anti-heroes are big. Anti-heroes have been big since Hamlet. Yes, Hamlet was an anti-hero. I'll arm wrestle you on that one. James Gandolfini. I'd like to thank everybody for watching tonight. That's just a little bit of I have a lot more autographs and stuff like that. I'm just kind of spreading out a little bit. But I hope you guys have a nice weekend. I will have another video tomorrow night with my comics that I've gotten through Cheap Comic Collectors $2 claim sale. Psychotronic Squirt Gun Aaron. Tomorrow is Saturday. We got the Comic Book Memories with Dr. Silver Age. And then we also, right after that, we do have the Rob, Cheap Comic Collector, has his $2 claim sale. So if you're, it's just fun to watch. You don't have to buy anything, but it's just fun to watch. You look at all these comics, a lot of comics. But thanks for watching. Have a nice weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. I say too much because I'm trying to think. But thanks for watching. Have a nice weekend. And watch my video tomorrow night. Watch any of my past videos. Subscribe. Like if you like the videos. That'd be awesome. I'm going to keep going with it. I'm not going to pause. I'm going to keep going. One take Joe. One take Joe. One take. No rehearsal. Keep it natural and real. Be good to each other. Be good to yourself. Take care of each other and take care of yourself. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for watching. Thank you. See you again.